Okay, so now we are going to walk through giving your hostess her rewards. So first and foremost, you do need to know how much in sales that the party got. And so if you go to your e-commerce site, go to my account, and then under the event, you should be able to see the total in sales that the party hit. So for example, this party has hit 204. So I'd be looking at the $200 category. This one's at 236. So I'd be looking at, again, the $200 category. Next, we need to pull up the rewards chart. If you are a new consultant, so in your first 12 weeks, you can pull up this one. Remember that these parties do have to be closed before your incentive period ends. If you are not a new consultant, you can look at the current monthly specials. Your team page probably has one, but it's also in your back office under Essentials, Current Specials, and Incentives. Right here, it'll show Host Specials. And so right now we are in September, so I'm going to pull this one up. So any party, the rewards start at $100 in sales. And so right now, my parties that are at $200, they would get $30 in free books and $50 in half price books. So that means $50 worth of books for only $25. And so basically, I would tell this hostess, go ahead and make your wish list with a total of $80 on that wish list and send over to me the link at the bottom of the page. And so if there also is anything that I offered to give her for free for booking the party, I tell her to add that onto that wish list too. So she is going to make one big wish list with all of these. If you are a new consultant in your first 12 weeks and the party hits 250 and gets a booking, instead of this $40 in free books, you were actually going to give them $80 in free books, and then their half price book rewards are $50. Again, $50 worth of books for only $250. This category, this basic free books, is for anybody. And so if they didn't get a booking, you are always going to use this category right here once it hits $100. Same thing as if it didn't hit whatever the monthly specials were. You can use this category and this category right here. Okay, so when I look at, I'm not in my first 12 weeks, so I'm going to look at September. Let's say my party hits $400 and gets a booking. She is going to get $145 in free books and then $100 of books at half price. So $100 worth of books at $50. And so she can make a wish list full of $245 worth of books and send me the link at the bottom of the page. Once she has sent me the link at the bottom of the page, I'm going to go into Order Pro and close it out for her. So I'm going to go to Resources, log into my Order Pro. I'm going to do a new order with my hostess's first and last name. So let's say it's Haley Morris. She lives at 2 Estates Road in Allen. And I'm just making all this up. Let's say her phone number is this. If you do not know her phone number and email address, it is okay to just make it up. Make sure that you change right here the ship to. Make sure you change it to Hostess and make sure that at the bottom of the screen it reflects that. I don't know if this is going to let me go through because obviously that's not a real person. And then we just type in their name here. If you are in your first 12 weeks, you're going to have another option. If it hit 250 and got a booking, you're going to click that other one. If my party, since I'm not in my first 12 weeks, it would need to have gotten $400 in a booking, I'll click yes. I type in my hostess's name and the date for her party. Okay, let's say it's, okay, there we go. Then I'm going to go to next step. So the first thing that I need to do is import the event. So I'm going to click right here, this blue circle. I'm going to click import event, and I'm going to, pick an event to import. Okay, so then it is going to tell me how much in total sales this party was for, $227. Then I'm going to change the drop down to say free host rewards, and it will show me how many dollars in free books that she got. So I'm going to have her wish list pulled up, and I am going to just figure out, okay, what combination of books can I enter to get to $30? So I'm going to change the binding. I'm going to say binding show all, and search by I'm going to say contains. Make sure that you change those. So let's pretend that she wanted to get the big book of big dinosaurs. So I'm going to add that, and then she wanted to get dinosaurs book and jigsaw puzzle. So I'm going to add both of those, and you'll see it shows me as the allowance remaining goes down. So I'm going to use up the entire free host rewards category as well as I can. And then actually the next category that I go to fill up is this party bonus books. If there was anything that I gave her on top, I'm going to put it in this category. This basically is used to incentivize your hostesses. You get $50 regardless of the party. You are always going to get $50 in this category. But what I also do, any half price books, I actually add it here. Just because it's going to get the cost of tax and shipping further down. And so I'm going to use this category fully before I ever go to half price books, okay? And so I'm going to use this one too. My search categories are still the same. So let's say that she now wanted some, let's say that she wanted some Shine a Light books. She wanted At the Hospital and At the Library, and then I gave her a Halloween book for free for hosting with me, and then she wanted to add in, you know, this one. And so I'm going to use this category as much as I can. If there is anything else on her wish list that isn't entered in yet, then I'll go to the half price books category, and I'll enter in the remaining here. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. I always go in the order of free book, use it all. Party bonus books, use it all. For party bonus books, you're only paying 35% of the full retail, and so typically it'll offset the cost that I owe. It'll offset tax and shipping. It's just a way to kind of get the total down. Typically, I don't have to pay any out of pocket, even if there were books that I offered, only because I put the other ones in that category too. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, then I'm going to go to next step. So right here, it shows you how many books were selected. So I count up her wish list. There should be 6 books on her wish list. That's how I know I've got them all. Right here, it's going to show commission and net sales is 0, only because I didn't add anything into the full retail. If she wanted more books and I added something to the full retail, you do get commission and net sales from this one, and her rewards will go up. And so, but don't add that unless they have said they want to go over. So I'm going to go to the next step. This screen is super confusing. You don't really need to focus on this. I promise they did it all right. Down here at the bottom, it's going to tell her total. And so keep in mind of anything at half price, they're going to have to pay for. And so if she put, you know, $30 at half price, that's $15, and then you're going to have the tax and the shipping added onto this. Okay, and so at this point I tell my hostess, okay, your total is going to be $26.62. If there's anything that I need to take out, so for like books that I offer to buy, you know, if it's a $12 book, I take out $4. So I would tell my hostess, your total is $22.62. I usually have them PayPal it to me so that I do not have to collect their credit card information. And then when I go to the next step, this is when you enter it all. You can split the payment. And so if I wanted to pay for a certain amount and have the customer pay for a certain amount, right here you can say add a new customer payment. You can put however much that you want to end here and say how much. So if I wanted to pay $4, this is where you enter it in. But typically, since they're PayPaling me, I just pay all of it and the difference is entered in right then. So I only have to put one thing in. And then I'm going to go to the next step and it's going to review it. Obviously, mine would not go through, so I'm not going to click this. But right here, it tells you the unclaimed benefits. Once you hit review order and you submit it, you cannot get these rewards back. So make sure that you have fully gone through, you have used all of the rewards that she wants to use. Remember, these rewards are for your hostess. These are not for you. These are for your hostess. So make sure that you go get everything in there that she wants. If you want to throw something in there just for fun, like an additional goodie, you can do that. Typically I will throw in, like, you know, a fun mini book. There are mini books that are only $1.99, so you can throw that in. In Order Pro is also where you are going to get your supplies. And so if this was an order for myself, I could get, you know, if I needed a new busy helicopter toy, I usually keep a few of these on hand so I can send out to customers who need them. You can get bookmarks, you can get all different kinds of things in here. If this is your launch party, you'll also want to fill up on some prizes that you can send. Typically I do the mini books and then wipe clean cards. And so after you've gone through all of this, you will hit review that order and it will submit it. And then it will show, you can look in your orders, it will show completed orders through here. So you can see which ones have been submitted. And then in your back office, it's also going to show it and you can see when it has shipped out. And so right here, it will show you the orders. You can see the ones that are from back office and then when it ships and whatnot. So hopefully that is helpful. Have fun closing on all the parties. Oh, I don't want to do that.